Hi, I'm Serena. This is a role play and is not a real counseling session.
Okay.
So, hi, Madison.
Hi.
Would you like to tell me how your week is going?
It's going okay. I've just been really busy with my family.
What have y'all been doing?
Um, we're painting our house currently. Right now only one side is painted, so we have to paint the other three, but it's so hot, so we're just waiting. What else have we been doing? School. I've been doing school, working. That's about it.
How's that all going for you? Like the school.
Well, the other day I forgot to take an exam. Um, so not the best. I'm not doing very well at balancing it all. But I'm hoping to do better with it.
Yeah. Is so you don't feel like that you're doing well with with balancing school and work and your home life?
Yes, for sure. It's hard.
Yeah. What part of it makes it hard for you?
Um, I think doing the homework at home when there's other responsibilities around the house, like my child needing something from me. Um, so it's hard to just block that out when I'm doing assignments.
Oh, okay. Um, so have you tried any ways to help with that, with like having to minimize the distractions in order to do your schoolwork?
We have an office, which I'm in, so usually I'll close the door, and try to block everything out. But my son recently learned how to open the door, so that's not working anymore. So now I'll go to the library or like to a coffee shop, for a couple hours in the
So that
evening.
sounds nice.
Yes.
And so how has that been helping?
Yes, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's good. Do you have any support at home to help you with maintaining the balance and like that helps you with watching your son, right?
Yes. My husband helps a lot, because he wants me to get my school done. Like he
Hmm.
wants me to graduate, so he helps a lot. So that's most of my support.
And so how's work going?
It's going good. I like it a lot. I recently got a new job about a month ago, as an RBT, so I'm really liking it.
What do you do as an RBT?
We do ABA therapy, with kids. Some of them are on the spectrum. There's about 20 to 30 kids, I think. Um, but we're mostly just doing therapy sessions. I'll have about 2 or 3 kids a day from like 8 to 5. So it keeps me busy and I like it.
That's good. So, what are you going to school for? Is it like within this field?
Yes. I'm going to school for psychology. I really don't know for sure what I want to do with it yet. I might go get my master's when I'm done. I'm undecided at this point.
Uh, do you have anything that's like leaning towards any area that you're thinking about?
Something with kids, not like adult counseling. I don't think I would do well with that, but something with children, or like, I guess I could do family counseling, something like that.
Yeah. Um, and so what is going back to your work life balance? So you have work, you have school, and you're a mom. Does that ever just get too overwhelming for you?
Yes, all the time. Uh, Sometimes, like when I do need a break, my family lives like 2.5 hours away, but they will drive all the way here to come get him if I'm having like a really hard day or week, and they'll keep my son, for like a week. I don't like for him to be gone for a week, but sometimes it's just it's a need. If I have like a lot of exams or something, or I'm behind on schoolwork, they'll take him. for me.
That's really nice. That's really good that you have that support system.
Yes, for sure.
So has there been anything in your life recently that's like been too much for you, or anything that you'd like to talk about?
I'm trying to think. Oh, so my last job that I used to have, which was my son's daycare. The main problem I'm having right now is that when I quit that job, I was planning on moving my son to a different daycare just because I was having problems with some of the employees there. So I was planning on moving him, but then it gave me too much anxiety to move him somewhere where I didn't know anyone. So I kept him there, but his teachers aren't very fond of me, like, personally. So it's kind of, I'm having trouble dropping him off and, like, not feeling awkward dropping him off. They're nice to him, like, they do well with him, but it's just awkward working somewhere and then not working there anymore, but then sending your kid there, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So you feel a lot of anxiety with having to still put your son there at the daycare while you're not working there?
Yes, like for 2 or 3 weeks after I quit, I would not drop him off. My husband or my brother or my friend would drop him off and pick him up. Okay.
Oh, okay. So, and have you had any more thoughts about, like, or why you felt more anxiety having him there? Yeah, with just taking him in general, or with, like, why you felt like you couldn't take him to another daycare?
I mean, I still have friends there, like, even though those two individuals don't really like me. I have a lot of friends there, so, I mean, I have less anxiety now after talking to them, and I know that, like, they'll go in there and check on him, and they'll, like, send me pictures of them with him. So, I mean, my anxiety isn't. So, going back to having friends that work at the school, it's given me a lot less anxiety knowing that they're there with him, and that we still, like, hang out on the weekends and do stuff with those people. And I think I just really couldn't send him anywhere else, because if I went to visit 2 or 3 daycares, and, like, talked to the directors there, but I couldn't really find anything that I liked as much or felt comfortable with. So I'm happy with where I'm at now with him.
Okay. And so you do feel comfortable with him being there at the daycare?
Now I'm doing better. I have my days, but 80% of the time I'm good. My husband doesn't really like him going there. Like, we've had disagreements on where he goes to school, but I think after he realized that, like, yes, I have anxiety some days dropping him off, but that my anxiety would probably be 10 times worse if I was to send him somewhere else. So now we're at a good agreement that he's there. And
so would you say that keeping him there at the daycare is, like, the lesser anxiety than the other option?
yes, for sure.
And I know you said that you and your husband have had, like, disagreements about it. Has that affected y'all's relationship in any way?
No, I feel like we have little disagreements about everything, like all couples, but nothing, like, extreme. Nothing extreme. Sorry, my son is waking up.
It's okay. Do you need to go get him?
Yes, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I think he actually fell back asleep.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay.
Where were we? Oh. So yeah, we have little disagreements here and there, but nothing, nothing extreme or terrible, anything like that.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad that y'all don't have anything terrible like that. Not that disagreements or anything like that is, like, detriment to the relationship or anything, but, it's good to have some disagreements in the relationship, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, so how many siblings do you have? Tell me a little bit about your family.
I have two younger brothers, two younger stepbrothers, and a stepsister. So I have five.
5 siblings?
Yes.
Wow. And where do you fall in the...
I'm the oldest of everyone. My stepsister, she's 21, and then my brothers are 19, 17, 16, 15.
Oh, wow. Do you enjoy being the older sister?
Sometimes. It's a lot of responsibility at times, especially since my brother lives here in Corpus now. But I like being the only girl most of the time.
Oh, so you're the only girl?
I'm the only girl out of my biological siblings. I'm not the only girl, including my stepsister. But most of the time, it's just me and my two brothers, 70% of the time. So I like being the only girl. Not that I dislike my stepsister. She's nice.
So, and what about your parents?
They both live in Hallettsville. They're divorced, so I do have a stepmom, and then a stepdad. But they've lived there all of their lives. I've lived there, well, actually, they lived in Austin, where we lived in Austin for about 3 years, and then moved to this super tiny town of Hallettsville, where they've been ever since.
Is that where you're from? Hallettsville?
Yes.
How did you like growing up there?
It was okay. There's barely any people and really nothing to do, no bowling alleys. There was a movie theater, but there's not really anything fun to do on the weekends. To do something fun on the weekend, you had to drive 45 minutes to Victoria or something like that to have fun.
So what did you end up doing? On your free time?
Hanging out in a parking lot with my friends. I like going to the movies, or just hanging out at home. We live on a super big property, so, I would find stuff to do there.
Yeah. So how does that, that growing up in a place where there's not much to do, how does that affect you, now that you're in Corpus where there's a lot of things to do?
Whenever I go home, I'm very, sad. There's not even an H-E-B there. There's a Walmart, and that is, it. There's no Target. Sometimes I just want to run and get something, clothes. I have to drive 45 minutes, unless I want to go to Walmart. Because our Walmart's small, so it doesn't have, a huge selection. So in order to, go shopping, I have to drive 45 minutes. And so then I'm I'd just rather be back in Corpus.
So you prefer living in Corpus over Huntsville?
Yeah. I couldn't live there all of my life like my parents.
And so I don't remember you saying, but did you have any family that lives here in Corpus?
No. Just besides my brother moving here, they all live in Hallettsville, Victoria, Shiner.
Okay. All small towns?
Yep.
So, going forward, is there any way that you could, because I know going back to talking about managing your work-life and school balance, actually, and so you were still struggling with finding that balance and maintaining it? So I know you mentioned that you had missed an exam.
Yes. So I will write everything on our calendar on the kitchen so that, like, not only I see it, but my husband's like, oh, you have an exam today. But sometimes I'll get home from work and I do not want to do any schoolwork whatsoever. I'll do, like, one thing, and then I'll be like, oh, I can wait till tomorrow to do the other stuff. But then tomorrow I really don't want to do it either. And I get it done. I do get it done. It's probably not 100% my best effort.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've gotten good grades up to this. I'm still getting good grades. I'm managing, but I could probably do better.
So would you feel that that you're not giving your all to school as much as you'd like to?
Yes. I also think that I'm just tired of school because I feel like I've been in college for so long because I had a kid and took a semester off. So I just feel like I just want to graduate already. I'm getting towards the end, so my willpower to do anything is, like, slim.
Okay. And do you find other ways to get excited about being in school again? So maybe that motivation would increase and you'd feel like you're putting more into it than what you have been?
Sometimes when I go study, if I go with friends, then I'm not, like, as miserable doing it because I'll, like, talk while we're taking our quizzes or taking notes. And so, like, those times, then I'm like, oh, yeah, this isn't so bad. So I try to do that often or go with my brother or something.
Okay.
Someone else has to do it with me, so I feel like I'm not the only one. We're just not having fun, like, together as a group. So it makes it not so bad.
Yeah. So being around people doing the same thing you are helps with that motivation to want to do school?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you found something to help you with that motivation. And it's just a slow process.
Yeah.
Getting back to that point.
Yes.
And you mentioned that you had a calendar that you write things on. Does that help as well?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's color coordinated too.
How lovely. And so having that kind of organization is something you enjoy?
Oh, yes. I'm, like, very OCD organized. Everything in my house has, like, a spot and a place. And that's another anxiety thing. Like, if something is out of place, I have, like, this compulsion to, like, do that before I relax, which is also very unhealthy.
Why do you think that's unhealthy?
Because sometimes I think I do need to relax, but I refuse to, and even my husband will be like, you need to, like, sit for 30 minutes, because if there's, like, multiple things that need to get done, I'll get very angry. Yeah, and I'll usually take it out on, like, my husband. Well, yeah, because he's the only one here. And, well, not my son, unless he's, like, having a toddler, he'll dump things out while I'm putting things up. But I think I need to learn that, like, he's a toddler and it's just going to happen. So I just need to deal with it.
And do you find other ways to manage that? Because I can see how that can affect managing, like, doing your schoolwork when you want to, having those, like, compulsions to want to go and organize something.
We have a house cleaner now, which is expensive, but it usually helps my mental health. Even when I'm at work, just thinking about all the stuff at home that needs to get done. She usually comes, like, once a month to deep clean, and so it takes the stress off of me. Like, because then I only have the little stuff to clean up, not really like deep cleaning the house. So,
Okay.
yes.
So I'm glad that you're finding ways to manage your work and school life, that you've set things in motion to try to help with that motivation to want to get back into school, and that anytime that you have something that's affecting your life, you find a solution to help make it better. So I just want to thank you for talking to me and having this role play session with me. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.